Douglas Ducote is a one-man festival of ignorance. So anytime you tune into DougieDucoteShitShow.com, you're going to see him peddling two things: fear and ignorance. Because that's all Dougie's got. That's all Dougie's got to sell. Fear and ignorance. And luckily for Dougie, fear and ignorance feeds on each other. They feed on each other, Dougie. Your fear and your ignorance. So Dougie always tells you, every time he comes on, what he's afraid of. Dougie's afraid of Black Lives Matter. Because Dougie's afraid his racist way of life is going to be changing. Because Dougie's ignorant. Black Lives Matter movement is about racial equality. Dougie's afraid of that. Dougie's afraid that his racist way of life is under assault, which feeds into Dougie's ignorance, because Dougie doesn't know any better. Dougie's afraid that somebody's going to come take his guns, because Dougie doesn't know any better. Dougie sells fear and ignorance. Dougie's afraid of Antifa. Just listen to him. Oh, he's so afraid of them. He's afraid that maybe somebody else in this country's got a different opinion and is voicing that opinion. Dougie's fearful of that because Dougie's ignorant. A one-man festival of ignorance. Dougie's afraid all the time. But Dougie tells us how brave he is. Dougie's idea of bravery is selling fear and stupidity to his idiot clown posse. And they just eat that shit up, Dougie. You know why? Because they're fearful too, Dougie. And they're ignorant too, Dougie. Fear and ignorance. That's all you sell, Dougie. That's all you got. Because you don't have any education, Dougie. You don't know any better. You won't even try to better yourself so you understand things. You see, when you understand things, Dougie, it takes the fear out of it. It takes the fear away, Dougie, when you understand something. Understanding something is gaining knowledge and thinking. Thinking, Dougie. Critical thinking, Dougie. You know that thing that you don't have and don't want, apparently? Critical thinking skills. Dougie's always afraid, and he's telling you he's afraid all the time. Dougie thinks his way of life is under assault, so Dougie's lashing out, telling his clown posse who they gotta fear, who they need to keep an eye on, who's trying to undermine America. Oh, Dougie and his false patriotism. Patriotism is being for the country, Dougie. That means all of us. Not just you and your idiot clown posse, Dougie. Patriotism means for being all of us. But you don't like all of us, do you, Dougie? You don't like those black people. You don't like those Hispanics. You don't like those liberals. You don't like anything that you don't understand, Dougie. And why don't you understand it? Don't they have a library in the town you live in, Dougie? Have they actually got a library there? Do you even know where it is, Dougie? Do you know where the library is in your town? Apparently fucking not. Old Dougie's always fearful. He sells that fear. That fear and ignorance. Because that's all Dougie's got. Fear and ignorance. And he pushes it. He pushes it all the time. And I don't even give him credit for knowing he's doing it. He don't even know he's doing it. That's how fucking dumb he is. Dougie loves being dumb. Have you noticed he hadn't tried to change that? You haven't tried to change that, have you, Dougie? So yeah, Dougie, fuck you.